Have you ever felt just completely trapped? Like you're running on a treadmill, sweating it out, but going absolutely nowhere? Well, today we're going to break down exactly how you can escape that rat race. In this explainer, we're diving into the true story of a guy named Thomas. He was a 32-year-old night security guard who stumbled onto one remarkably simple, but honestly, incredibly difficult daily habit that completely flipped his life upside down in just 90 days. Let's set the scene, because Thomas's daily reality was pretty bleak. Picture this. He's working the night shift at this massive warehouse, dragging himself home at 6 a.m. just dead on his feet. He's living in this tiny one-room apartment. We're talking a broken fan, a flickering light bulb, the whole 9 yards. And as he's heading to bed at dawn to sleep until 4 p.m., he's looking out at his town. He sees families eating breakfast, guys in crisp shirts heading to the office, basically people waking up to live their dreams. And it hit him hard. He wasn't lazy, right? The guy walked 4 miles a night on patrol, but all that hard work just wasn't moving the needle. He couldn't shake this gut-wrenching feeling that he was living backwards while the rest of the world was zooming forward without him. Then came the breaking point. Out of nowhere, Thomas gets a terrifying phone call. His mom, who lived out in the country and had spent literally decades doing this back-breaking farm work, had collapsed. She was hospitalized just from sheer exhaustion and stress. So Thomas rushes to the village clinic, and there she is, weak, tired, and she grabs his hand and says, "Please, my son, do not waste your life like I wasted mine. Find a way." After she finally falls asleep, Thomas steps outside. He checks his watch. It's exactly 5 a.m. He's standing there in the quiet dawn, looking at the sleeping village, and something inside him just snaps. It wasn't sadness anymore, it was anger. Anger at his own helplessness. And right then and there, he vowed to find a different way to live. So he hops on the 6 a.m. bus back to town, and this bus ride, it was about to change everything. Sitting right across from him is this sharply dressed guy in his 50s, just peacefully reading a book. Thomas actually recognizes him. It's Mr. Chun, a really successful local businessman who owned a bunch of shops in town. But Thomas was scratching his head thinking, why on earth is a wealthy, successful guy riding a public bus at the crack of dawn? He gathers up some courage and just asks him. Mr. Chun smiles and tells him, "I wake up at 4:30 a.m. every single morning to read, think, and plan my day, long before the rest of the world even opens its eyes." Naturally, Thomas explains his own situation, working all night, sleeping from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. But Mr. Chun doesn't give him pity. Instead, he delivers this brutally honest assessment. He says, "So you are awake when the world sleeps and asleep when the world works. No wonder you're stuck." Bam! Hit the nail right on the head. Then Mr. Chun introduces Thomas to what he called the magic hours. The hours between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. This, he explained, is the secret window. It's when you can build the exact life you desperately want while everyone else is literally still dreaming. Mr. Chun actually challenged Thomas to meet up with him. And when they did, he whips out a notebook to show him the cold, hard math of success. It's brilliant. If you carve out just 2 hours a morning, those magic hours, to build your foundation, that is 14 hours a week. Think about it. 14 uninterrupted, hyper-focused hours where nobody is bothering you, purely dedicated to leveling up your life. And that 14 hours a week, it scales up fast. In just a single month, this morning routine generates 60 hours of focused foundation building. Let that sink in for a second. What could you accomplish if you had 60 hours of pure distraction-free time dedicated solely to your own growth? It's huge. But wait, let's keep going with the math here. Over the course of a single year, waking up at 5 a.m. to use those 2 hours nets you an absolute whopping 730 hours. This isn't just about waking up early. This is about harvesting time that everyone else is sleeping right through. So those 730 hours, if you divide them up into standard 8-hour workdays, that equals 91 full workdays. By taking control of the time between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m., you're effectively giving yourself 3 extra months a year. 3 extra months of highly productive, life-changing time that your competition, your peers, the rest of the world just throw away. When Thomas saw this laid out on paper, his eyes went wide. The blueprint was right there in front of him. But okay, what do you actually do with that time? You can't just stare at the wall. Mr. Chun gave Thomas a very strict 2-hour foundation system. Hour number 1, from 5 to 6 a.m., is entirely to build skills. You spend this hour learning something that will directly boost your income. No TV, no scrolling on your phone, none of that. You learn a trade, a language, or tackle some free online courses. Then, hour number 2, from 6 to 7 a.m., is to build body and mind. That means 30 minutes of exercise, because hey, your body is the vehicle for your life, right? Followed by reading, meditating, and planning out your day. You have to do both. Build your financial value and build your physical and mental engine. Now, to make this whole thing work, Mr. Chun laid down 3 absolute non-negotiable rules. Rule 1, no negotiation. You wake up at 5 a.m. every single day. Yes, even on weekends. Skipping just one day is exactly how the system falls apart. Rule 2, you gotta be asleep by 9 p.m. You simply cannot cheat sleep and expect to win. Your body needs rest, but you have to be the one dictating when you rest. And rule 3, push through the 90-day timeline. Mr. Chun warned Thomas, look, the first week is gonna be pure hell. But after 21 days, it becomes normal. And after 90 days, it literally becomes who you are. So he gave Thomas exactly 3 months to prove himself. Well, Thomas took the challenge, and just as predicted, days 1 through 7 were awful. Pure pain. His body was aching, his brain was screaming for sleep, but he dragged himself out of bed at 5 a.m. anyway to watch free Excel tutorials in the dark. But then, right around day 20, something shifted. He actually woke up 2 minutes before his alarm. His body adapted. The pain faded, and it was replaced by this incredible, quiet confidence you only get in the early morning. And by day 87 of this brutal routine, all that hard work compounded into a massive breakthrough. He was offered a major promotion. See, over those 3 months, Thomas wasn't just waking up early for the sake of it. He knocked out online courses in accounting, Excel, and data analysis. Then, he took those brand new skills and built a spreadsheet to organize his company's entire warehouse inventory, something they had never actually managed to do properly. The warehouse manager noticed, the owner noticed, and because he now had these highly valuable skills, Thomas was pulled off the night shift entirely. They gave him a day shift office job and instantly doubled her salary, literally double. Let's fast forward a year. Thomas isn't just a regular office worker anymore, he's the company's lead accountant. He saved up enough cash to move his mom into town, get her the medical care she needed, and rent a proper 2-bedroom apartment for them. But you know what the craziest part is? He was still waking up at 5 a.m. every single day. When his coworkers asked him, "Hey man, why are you still getting up so early? You've already made it." He dropped this incredible piece of wisdom. He said, "Success is not a destination, it is a daily practice." For Thomas, 5 a.m. wasn't just a life raft to escape poverty. It became the lifelong foundation of his entire reality. So, the real point of this explainer comes down to you. Thomas's story is proof that the gap between where you are right now and where you want to be, it's not about luck. It's not even just about working hard. It's about how you use the time when everyone else is fast asleep. Between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m., the world is perfectly still. 0 notifications, 0 distractions. Your willpower is at its absolute peak. So we are officially issuing you the 5 a.m. challenge. Here are the exact 3 steps you need to take to start Mr. Chun's system tonight. Step 1, set your alarm for exactly 5 a.m. Not 5:15, not 5:30, 5 a.m. And put your phone all the way across the room so you physically have to stand up to turn it off. Step 2, pick one skill, one certification, or one business idea you are going to focus on in that first hour and commit to it for 90 days. Step 3, protect your 9 p.m. bedtime. You are not going to wake up early if you're wasting your nights doom scrolling or binge watching TV. Sleep isn't your enemy here. Wasted evenings are. And keep in mind, Thomas started with absolutely nothing. You have the internet, education, and endless opportunities right at your fingertips. If you genuinely commit to this for 90 days, your life is not going to look the same. You're going to be stronger, way more disciplined, and incredibly capable. So I want to leave you with one final, provocative question to chew on tonight before your head hits the pillow. What will you build in your first hour tomorrow? Your future self is waiting for you on the other side of that alarm clock. Don't make them wait another day.